February 24th, 12 past 3 afternoon, White & Co. offices.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings.
Sounds like everyone heard about these killings but me.
Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
Oh, I wonder if that will explain what, like what, just used her as bait or fake evidence? What? Anyway, what do you mean by what happened to you?
It's all there in the file.
No, it wasn't. It had her name in it, but it's probably gonna be, oh, but you didn't look at this page.
Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall, when he murdered Officer Marshall's brother. He left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what did those... Oh, sorry, but what did you have to do with those killings, Emma?
On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me.
What? He tried to kill you?
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
So that means you...
Yes.
I was assisting him.
I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial.
Ah. I didn't see that one coming. Okay.
It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year too.
Fuck, what month are we in now?
I have no idea.
I think it was
I don't think it's said a month, has it?
Oh wait, no. It's 2 months after the last case. So that was December.
All they've said in this case is that it's been 2 years to the date and they're getting rid of the evidence, which is how What's-His-Face ended up.
No, but it said it happened 2 years ago, right around this time, so it must be in February.
It's, yeah, because the last case was at Christmas, so it
yeah.
must be March?
No, no. It will be February.
Oh. Yeah,
February, maybe March.
Yeah. Okay. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season.
Depends on which country you're in. In Australia, it's not uncommon.
I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. And suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
Joe Dark. That's me, Joe Dark.
It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me.
Probably didn't expect a little girl in the office. He's scared of little girls. Next thing you know, just lunges at them.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you he just opened the door next thing, and he's sort of like looking at the door, keeping the door barred. Next thing you know, he turns around, it's like a horror movie, and he goes, ah! Or like in South Park with Jimbo, you know who he is, yeah, the hunter.
Yeah.
How he says every time he shoots an animal, says it's coming right for us. That's probably his excuse. The little girl's coming right at me. Ah!
I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
And kicked down the door off its hinges with a nat 20 strength check. Jake Marshall's brother.
Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then...
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out suddenly. A bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
A permanent picture.
I don't remember that moment when Drake stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that?
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime.
Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence?
Prosecutor's office wanted the guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
Edgeworth?
Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence.
Yeah, I bet you he wasn't given the updated autopsy reports either. Oh, Neil Marshall was stabbed 47 times. No, wait. Oh, wait. Here's the updated autopsy reports. It was at even 50.
Even so, that's when it all started. The rumours about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's all my fault.
Nah, I completely blame that on her sister.
If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
Hang on, she wouldn't have testified properly in the first place unless she was actually asked the question. The amount of times we've seen witnesses being asked, like, how come you didn't tell us this bit of information? Well, because we were told not to. But I doubt the prosecutors ever told her not to answer that type of question. It's because she was never asked. So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in the falsifying evidence. Unintentionally.
After the case ended, Lana was never the same. Became cold like she is today.
She may not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant that the crime occurred?
Drake knocked down Mr. Marshall. Drake knocked down Mr. Marshall. Drake knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife.
Didn't we already agree that he was named Dark?
Sorry. I don't know, I keep looking at it and see Drake, but it's Dark.
Yeah, if it was Drake, the R would have been before the A. But, yeah.
So, Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife.
What the hell's up with his hair?
Onion head?
It's like... Okay, so you ever seen though... I know this is weird for us because we typically don't have them unless we go to the import shop, but you know the Hershey's Kisses?
Yes.
Like, that's what I'm sort of thinking. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. Technically, not technically. Yes, they were in front of her, but she technically didn't see it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because it was dark.
It's just me, or does Neil Marshall from this angle kind of look like Giovanni from Team Rocket? Just a little. He kind of does.
Was Giovanni's hair...
Slick back like that? Yes.
Was it? I thought it was just
okay, I think... Oh no, he had slick back hair. It wasn't long though. It was short slick back hair, but it's like a comb over slick back hair thing. Oh.
Get a picture, but we'll keep going.
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Hang on. If this was 2 years ago, how old was...
She's 16, so she would have been 14?
She looks roughly the same here, but... Anyway. Poor Emma. You've been through so much.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
I got the proportions all wrong. For some reason, Neil Marshall was bigger than Joe Dark.
Yeah. No.
2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Okay, hang on. So
It's weird, just flat, nonchalant. Looks like a 5 o'clock shadow for hair.
Yeah. So if we were to try and compare it, it's probably like any of the Fuck, I'm drawing a blank on the character now.
It looks slightly different in the anime when he was wearing his orange suit, but...
Yeah, but then again, they took liberty with that. But Norman Osborn, how he typically has his hair.
Yeah. It does too, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm something of a scientist myself.
Oh, I'm something of a meme myself.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grow up, I'd become a scientific investigator.
And also a better artist.
I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies. And find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way Lionel would never have to forge any.
I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor.
Oh, there's no mystery there.
There's not?
Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day.
So...
He obviously escaped questioning?
No. But here's the thing. The police department and the prosecution office are in two separate, completely different buildings and two separate areas.
Maybe they weren't back then?
That's a bit of a stretch.
I don't know, unless they took him in for questioning.
Well, no, because wouldn't you take him...
Doesn't her sister have an office at the police station?
What?
Wouldn't the chief prosecutor have an office they use at the police station?
No.
No?
The chief of police would, but not the chief prosecutor because they have their own office in
Maybe
the prosecution.
They took him to the prosecutioner's office for questioning.
But that wouldn't make sense. You would have the police take him into questioning and you have the prosecutor... Like, it's like how the defense here goes to the detention center.
Yep. I don't know.
Okay. Taking him for questioning? You mean by the police?
Here's my question. How did he get in there and they not find the knife on him? Because they normally search them.
Yes, normally.
It was in my prison wallet. I'm sorry.
You made up his ass.
Yes. I watched Deadpool 2 the other day. I was like, of course, that happened at the police department. So why does her sister have an office? Wait, that makes no sense.
I just said that!
I've just noticed it. Is it like an error in the game? Or something?
Anyway, just...
He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. Unless her sister has an office?
No,
For when she...
I suppose, because the prosecution would have to question witnesses, so I'm assuming technically, unless they're part of the crime, they wouldn't be at the police station.
I mean, unless what she's calling her sister's office was just a room they're letting her use. She thought it was her sister's office.
She would know if it's her sister's office.
I suppose. Oh well, I'm sure the game will reveal what's going on sooner or later.
But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office?
Because the detective's offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator.
Across from the elevator. But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, yes, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, now that we've sorted this whole confusion.
Okay, so that's one mystery solved. Now let's try and solve this other mystery.
Oh.
Okay, that makes way more sense. We won't put the mass facepalm for that because that we didn't know about that period. We thought, wait, hang on a second. If she... Wait. Chord record. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, he got deaf. They're the murder victims. Head prosecutor was Miles. Witnesses were Lana and Miss Sky. No, okay. Oh, executive investigators.
Damon Gant
and Lana Sky. Okay, we should have actually... I don't know why we saw that earlier. I don't know why we didn't think... Maybe...
Because we were focusing on Bruce Goodman, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr, that's why.
Well, no, because...
When we looked at this the first time,
I thought they included the prosecutor as executive investigators like you would as... Because, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, that's a faux pas on our part.
She was the best in the entire force.
Also, that brings up something else. In 2 years, she left being a detective and went to chief prosecutor.
Maybe she's just really good at whatever job she does. I don't know.
But what? That's news to me. No, because if it takes X amount of time to become a prosecutor, how the fuck do you get that in 2 years, and let alone get from being a prosecutor to chief prosecutor, which is like the head job?
After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Okay, that answers another question.
Well, I mean, she was in the same school as Mia, whichever one it was.
Mia.
That was the thing, and she was doing that with her, so maybe...
I suppose, yeah.
She did like a thing where she did that, and she had to do a second thing, so she did investigating or something. I don't know. You know how they make, if you did pick a certain class in
Okay, so you're
uni,
saying...
they make you have to do another thing. You know, we got to do a second...
But, yeah.
You major in one thing, and you...
Yeah, but there's a difference. But usually if you be a detective, you need to go through police academy first. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe she just had enough qualifications. And they just went, well, you're not a detective anymore, but we'll transfer you over to the prosecutor's office because that's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Lana used to be a detective. I better have another talk with her. And I'm guessing we go to the detention center.